Hey, I wanted to give you all a very quick update of what it's like to edit the pictures from Beltane. So I came back from the event with some 12,000 pictures, and now after some culling we're down to 4,000. Now that's not really 4,000 pictures, it's more like a couple of hundred scenes. And I have to cut them down to maybe 200 or 50 or 100 pictures. But each scene is like a short burst, and I have to pick out the right picture to share. In the pre-show period, there is like a time when it's still daylight, and you can take portraits. You can get some good portraits, but it's hard. This is a spectator. This is not one of the performers. It's not. It's hard to get a picture that is very aesthetic because there's all this clutter, and the people are not in the positions that they would be acting and so on. But at least you get some portraits. People are making faces and such. I like these guys, though Laia, by wearing a mask, made my job as a photographer like super hard because it's so hard to see your face. This woman is teasing. So is this one. This was a French woman from the audience who wanted a photo with the performers, so I took a photo also for her. And then the Reds do their thing where they pile up on the ground and they wait for the show to begin, and then they sort of come to life. The Reds are obviously one of the most photogenic groups that you want to track and take pictures of. Yeah. Probably like the least interesting group to photograph is the chorus or the procession. Because it's a procession, it just does its thing. It arrives on the stage kind of very slowly. And it's also the most photographed by everyone else. And it's difficult as an amateur to get like a good perspective. Here's the Queen. Here's the Reds again jumping through the monument. Now, I didn't spend time. I caught everything except the middle part with the acrobatics because it's so packed that I went to the side stages and then went to the main stage and waited for everybody to get there. So here the Reds coming onto the stage before the Queen and the King. And the fire spinners, they gave me a lot of trouble because obviously technically shooting the fire spinners is technically the hardest part. The lighting and the movement changes constantly, and generally the light is very low, so it's very hard to pick which of these photos are good ones. And also because of the movement and where everything is and where you have to stand, it's kind of hard. So there's a lot of them and a lot of work. It takes a long. If the picture is technically less perfect, then it takes longer to deal with it and make something out of it, because you have a lot more adjusting to do. So here we have some more of them. Here is Laia again. Again, as I say, it was very hard to take a photo with this mask. It's quite a show. Here is Iga doing her thing. And then eventually the queen arrives on the stage with the procession. I found the queen very expressive, and the king also. What I didn't find the king is very athletic, because some other years they had a guy who was like a gymnast and he was jumping about. This king was kind of more royal, let's say. And here's the queen doing her spells to revive the king. So obviously all this has to be cut into very, very few photos. So it's not a video, it looks like a video because every scene the camera takes a burst of like 10 or 20 photos, and that's where the selection comes from. Yeah, and so the queen manages to bring about the summer, and then it's basically a dance party for the Reds. I like this one. Yay. So there you go. It takes forever to go through those and find the good picture and share it. Yep. Happy Beltane, everyone.